Hey, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie. You're listening to Not-Stalgia, the moody third installment of our podcast that takes kind of a weird, dark turn and maybe involves the appearance of a family member that you've never noticed before.
I mean, it's just puberty. That's what's going on, right?
Help!
These kids are getting older. Kate, have you ever seen the film Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban?
Yes, I have, but not for many, many years.
What'd you think of it?
I thought it was okay. I don't remember it sticking out to me, but I wonder if watching it now, it will stick out more. I feel like as a kid, big Harry Potter kid, as we know, this was the book in the series where like things took a turn for me. And I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of messed up.
This is where gets real.
Yeah, but I guess I was also maturing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You were an anti-Harry Potter kid because you were a little anti-establishment weirdo,
but when
denying yourself things that probably could have been fun for you.
Yeah.
Watching Clerks instead.
Yeah.
What a loser.
When I finally did cave in and read these, this was as far as I got, and I don't remember if it's because this was as far as they were out, or if I think I was too intimidated maybe by the fourth book, just looking at it, how huge it was.
It was a big boy. Big boy.
Is this the one with time travel that they just conveniently never use again?
Yes.
Aren't they like...
Couldn't they just go back and kill Voldemort in his bed?
As soon as I'm getting way... This is like the end of the movie. Isn't Dumbledore like, you're never allowed to do that again? Right? Isn't that what happens?
I think the message is that part of it is that like, don't overextend yourself, but little girls, and time travel makes you weird.
You can do this once. It's fine.
Yeah. I feel like there's some kind of provision in there that's like, no, we can't just go back and kill Voldemort in his bed as an infant. But even if it made you weird, wouldn't you like sacrifice yourself?
Hey,
I don't know.
We forgot to say something
What?
At the beginning of this. Do you have anything to say about the author of this book?
F***ing turf J.K. Rowling, you can off. If you are listening to this podcast and you aren't cool with trans people, just stop listening to the podcast because we don't want you here.
In the words of the late, great David Lynch, fix your heart or die.
Fix your heart or Avada Kedavra.
Can you do it as David Lynch?
Fix your heart or Avada Kedavra.
David Lynch and Harry Potter. I'm
Phenomenal.
Sure someone's already made that YouTube video, I'm sure. Okay. My YouTube feed is all Leslie Nielsen in Hogwarts. Like, it's the weirdest. Anyway, sorry, did I see that?
Did you see the new window cling they're selling that just says directed by David Lynch in the Twin Peaks font?
No, that's great.
And you stick it on your window, and then when you look outside every day, you're like, oh yeah, it's theater of the absurd.
I did not see that, Kate. Is it going to be in my stocking next year?
That was my obligatory off JK Nazi punks off.
Now she's listening. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the book, was published in the UK on July 8th, 1999, and in the US on September 8th, 1999. Those dates had gotten closer and closer until eventually I think it was the same date, but they used to be like a year apart.
Yeah, and like rich kids would get their copies flown to them.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Did you know?
Oh,
Did you
yeah,
know kids
definitely.
like that?
No.
Obviously not. The first Harry Potter movie still had not come out yet when this book came out. The first movie does not come out until November 2001. So, you're eating good as the book reader here, but the movie people had not even figured it out yet. The movie version of this book premiered in theaters on May 31st, 2004, a year and a half after The Chamber of Secrets, where there was only 1 year between the first two movies. But basically they said, like, this is getting more complicated. We need more time to make these. Chris Columbus, the director of the first two, decides to step down from directing here. He still produced it. He's still involved, but he says that he saw this becoming the rest of his life and career, and he wanted to spend time with his kids, and so he kind of steps back a little bit to
labyrinthian in nature.
Yeah, work-life balance. Plus, he's...
You know what? Good for Chris. Part of this movie is about work-life balance.
Is it?
Yes.
Is that okay? I don't remember.
What does it mean to be a really successful witch, Tyler? What do you have to give up if you want to learn all the knowledge?
So
this is really important for me as a kid. We'll get into it.
Warner Brothers has to now search for a new director. First, they go to Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, that would have been hot.
And he wanted to do it, but he's like, here's my pitch. And they're like, it's just a little, like, we want this to be a little darker, but it's a little too weird. So it was a little too weird and dark, so they didn't go with him. Then they offered it to M. Night Shyamalan. Interesting.
Fascinating. They're like, also, Harry Potter's dead.
He was busy, so he had to turn it down. He had like another movie in production. I don't know which one. To finally settle after a couple other people they searched through on, and I watched a YouTube video of how to pronounce his name. Alfonso Cuarón. Alfonso C. So do you know him at all? Do you know anything about him?
I know his name's Alfonso.
He still is a Mexican filmmaker who made 4 movies prior to this, 2 in Spanish and 2 in English.
Okay.
The English ones are The Little Princess, not The Little Prince, The Little Princess, which is a novel, like a children's book from 1905. He made an adaptation of that.
A Little Princess. A Little Princess.
Oh, it's A?
Yeah.
Damn it. So that's the other difference between it and The Little Prince. Okay. Do you know this book? Have you familiar with it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I had a copy. I think it's still in our guest room. Read it many times.
Is it appropriate then maybe for him to adapt a Harry Potter book, kind of, sort of, if he adapted that book?
Yeah.
His other English movie, though, was I never heard of this, a contemporary version of Great Expectations, starring Robert De Niro, Anne Bancroft, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Ethan Hawke, among others. And it takes place like in New York in present day in like the late 90s or early 2000s.
What?
Really weird. But also the Dickensian nature of Harry Potter, appropriate. His 2 Spanish films were, I did not look up how to say these, but I can do it. I'm on day 3 of Spanish Duolingo, so ready?
Yep, let's do it.
Solo, soy yo. Do you say the L in solo? Solo con tu pareja, which is a romantic comedy.
Good job.
And y tu mamá también. También? A coming-of-age film. Again, appropriate for the 3rd Harry Potter. So he just kind of fit the bill. He had never read or seen any Harry Potter when they offered it to him. And according to the worst source ever, Wikipedia, Guillermo del Toro was like, you arrogant fool, you need to go read them all. And he did. And then he read them all and then was like, yeah, I actually do want to do this. So, Caron is the one who asked the 3 kids to write those biographical essays. I think you told this story in the first one. And Emma Watson wrote a 10-page essay. Daniel Radcliffe wrote like a normal short essay for a kid. And then Rupert Grint didn't do it. And when Caron asked him, he's like, Ron wouldn't do it. And he's like, you're right. The only other thing really to cover here are the new noteworthy cast members. Big one here, Michael Gambon. Michael Gambon takes over for Richard Harris as Dumbledore because Richard Harris died.
R.I.P.
I don't remember if I told you this, though. It always shocks me every time I see it, that Richard Harris is the person who sings the song MacArthur Park. That's Dumbledore. I'm always shocked. I probably said it last time. They offered before they got to Gambon, whatever his name is, they offered this role to Ian McKellen, and he was like, I don't think I want to be both.
Yeah, he's just
wizards.
Yeah, you can't just be all wizard all the time. Like
can
it's
you
just
imagine?
too much.
That would be for aunts and uncles and grandparents
absolutely.
and parents they'd be like, what?
They're like, where are those hobbits?
The other 2 noteworthy additions are, of course, Gary Oldman as Sirius Black.
Gary.
And Emma Thompson as Lonnie.
Professor Trelawney.
I can't
You know
say.
what the word Trelawney means?
No, what does it mean?
It's like nonsense.
So it'd be like her name could be Professor Malarkey, like
Yes.
same idea.
Emma Thompson, treasure.
And of course, when this came out, it was a huge hit, broke a lot of records. Each one of these kept breaking the previous one's record for box office and everything. So this one marks the turning point as this grows up a little bit.
Bigger kids, bigger problems. Yoo-hoo.
Which one of you can tell me the difference between an animagus and a werewolf? No one. How disappointing.
Please, sir. An animagus is a wizard who elects to turn into an animal. A werewolf has no choice. With each full moon, when he transforms, he no longer remembers who he is. He'd kill his best friend if he crossed his path. Furthermore, the werewolf only responds to the call of its own kind.
Oh! Thank you, Mr. Malfoy.
So once again, Harry Potter is back at his abusive aunt and uncle's house.
I just can't believe that Dumbledore and all his incredible power and influence couldn't get Harry somewhere nice to stay.
Right? Like he hasn't been taken by Wizard CPS.
It's kind of wild.
Like Wizard Dyfus hasn't shown up to be like, yo, this is really bad here, guys.
Just stay at the Weasleys.
Yeah, something.
They wouldn't notice.
They wouldn't notice. They always would have an extra dirt kid running around, you know? I adore the Weasleys, but they would not notice an extra child.
They all do look noticeably older all the time.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
The Trunchable is here.
Yep.
Just when you thought this situation couldn't get worse.
Here's Harry Potter. His cover story is that he's at St. Brutus's, which is a school for disturbed children in the Muggle world. And his aunt's like, oh, do they use the cane? And he's like, yeah, I've been beaten a lot. Just totally fine.
She's like, excellent.
So Harry Potter's manifesting these very intense telekinetic magical powers, right? Where he's exploding people's glasses when he's mad. It's kind of like Stephen King-esque, right?
Kate, are you saying he's Carrie Potter?
He's literally making his aunt swell to an enormous size, his foster aunt.
She looks like she's having a diabetic episode.
Yeah.
She might die. She could give her an embolism.
He's literally blowing her up like a balloon, right? The magical world isn't concerned about this. Well, and it's also he's not talking to do it, you know?
Yeah, he's not casting a spell. I thought you had to say this stuff out loud.
Not if you're really good at magic. Not if you're a special little boy. It's a really chaotic scene.
We've all had a family dinner like this.
You know I love a chaotic scene in a movie. I just love chaos so much. I just love it.
For someone who does not like chaos in her life, you really enjoy it in a film.
I love to be a third-party witness to chaos. Vernon's sister is floating away fully, and a dog is biting them. Like, I just love the addition of a dog to chaos.
Did he kill her?
I mean, she floated away into the sky.
Like she's going to get hit by a plane or float all the way out into the upper atmosphere with no oxygen.
Harry Potter is like bumping his trunk down the stairs. He's got his wand drawn, and Vernon's like, you can't do magic outside school. And Harry Potter is like, try me. It basically would be like your nephew who you don't understand and you've taken in. And like, I don't have any sympathy for the Dursleys, but like, he would be like pointing a gun at you.
Yeah. And they'd be like, you can't shoot that outside of the gun range.
Yeah. Like,
and he'd be like, oh, yeah. All right. So now he is unhoused.
Yes.
He's an unhoused youth in England or Scotland or wherever he is.
Yep. They live in England. Hogwarts is in Scotland.
I'm never going to get this right.
I know, baby.
I didn't understand.
Didn't understand.
Where's Hogwarts?
We
that's Sirius Black, right?
Tyler, you can't spoil it like that.
Is that Sirius Black?
It is. It's his stepfather? No, his godfather. One thing I like about this wizarding universe is that there's very talented people in it, and then there's like Stan Shunpike, you know, just like a regular guy.
Wow, that shrunken head.
It's like pretty culturally insensitive. It's like a really chaotic bus. Okay, so we're introduced now to Gary Oldman as Sirius Black. Great hair. And as we know, Sirius Black has escaped from Azkaban, which is the wizard Supermax private prison.
Is it a private prison?
I don't know. I guess it's run by the government, so maybe not, but maybe they have a contract with like a private.
I'm confused about capitalism in the wizarding world.
I am sure that some evil wizard is getting kickbacks from Azkaban. Go ahead, tell me that Cornelius Fudge's nephew is not getting some kind of kickback from running the linen service in Azkaban. You know, go ahead and tell me.
There's no tuition to go to Hogwarts, the premier wizarding school. I don't know, Kate.
Here's Harry Potter narking on himself. He's like, oh, Minister for Magic. I broke the law. I can't use magic at home.
Cornelius Fudge is like, Harry, you're rich. It's a two-tiered justice system. Even
absolutely.
Here. Harry, we'll just put you in front of a judge and say, you had a momentary lapse. You have a promising future, and we shouldn't let this ruin it.
Yep. Perhaps an awkward hand gesture, but you're
Harry,
fine.
Like, can't he just stay at Hogwarts all summer? They don't have like a summer program.
Yeah, can't he like wash pots with the house elves or something?
Stay with Hagrid.
All right, so the Minister for Magic has bought his textbooks. What a little suck up.
He is rich. He can afford his own textbooks. The rich get richer.
Yeah, couldn't like Hagrid serve as his guardian ad litem? Right? It's like very frustrating that they keep sending him back to his abusive family. And then he has to like rescue himself every time or get rescued. Every single movie, I'm going to mention this, I'm obsessed with Molly and Arthur Weasley. Like, I really, really just love them as a couple.
I think they're obsessed with each other.
I think so.
As much as you're obsessed with them.
I know. All right, so Arthur Weasley has pulled Harry Potter aside at the Leaky Cauldron, and he was like, you're in danger, dude. Sirius Black is coming for you. Arthur Weasley is like, do not go looking for Sirius Black. And Harry Potter's playing dumb like, oh, why would I go looking for him? That is exactly something that Harry Potter would do. What a dummy. Harry Potter in the act of big dumbassery. That's every book. Professor Lupin, childhood crush.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I didn't see his face. I gotta see this guy.
Well, no, from the books. Obviously.
Oh, he was your book crush.
Yeah, he was my book boyfriend before I knew what that was.
Is that a thing people say in
book talk?
Book boyfriend?
Don't even talk to me.
Tell me about book talk.
Also, I just love that Ron's rat always looks like he's on the brink of death. Like, look at him.
Poor Scabbers.
No one's like, hey, let's wake this adult up who's in the car with us. We could really use some help. All right, so Harry's soul has been partially sucked out, but maybe he's okay. And then finally, their teacher woke up and dispelled the situation.
He's like, huh? What? Oh.
This is not good. Very bad.
Some Lumos or whatever it's called. Lumen. This was your crush.
Yeah, he's very caring. He's very smart. He's a complicated man. Also a werewolf. Come on, Tyler.
Whoa, spoilers.
Get with the times. Also, I just love a man in tweed. I'm just saying. He's like a bookish guy.
Is it just me or do they all have pretty bad hair?
Yeah, this is like entering the bad hair era.
All three of them. Hermione's is crimped in a way that makes it look crispy. Harry and Ron have these weird, like, it would be a mullet if the back was longer, the way it's chopped up in the front. I don't know how to describe it. And a lot of product to keep it all upright.
This is like a very ominous song to start your school year off on. It's like the Wizard Chamber Choir, and they're like, oh, something bad's gonna happen. I like that they've brought these little toads.
Oh, do the
with them.
toads sing like the baritone part?
New Dumbledore's
Nobody
here.
questioned that Dumbledore is a completely different man.
Dumbledore had a little bit of cosmetic surgery over the summer while Harry Potter was being abused. Do you think that you would take the Defense Against the Dark Arts position? Like, I guess you have to be pretty desperate to take a cursed job.
It's like how in some school districts you could get hired and you'll be like, all right, when do I start? And they're like, well, it's noon. Can you go over to the school and do a half day right now?
They're also like, oh yeah, we posted this position as like a just Hogwarts teacher, but actually you're going to be teaching the Defense Against the Dark Arts position. Good? You good? You already signed your paperwork? All right, go for your wizard drug test right now.
TalentedK12.hogwarts.com. You got a bit here, Kate.
I do.
You got a bit you're workshopping.
It's a very niche bit. All right, so Hagrid has been promoted from groundskeeper, gamekeeper to care of magical creatures teacher.
Does he have a teaching cert?
I think they emergency certed him. He had to go to the Ministry of Magic and stand in line for a little bit, but he was okay.
He's doing Teach for America. Just like, I can't take Snape seriously with that hair, it's like he looks like he should be listening to My Chemical Romance at all times. This place
Dumbledore just did like some weird close-up magic, like kind of like a street magician or like David Copperfield would do, which is like such a weird choice. You're like one of the most powerful wizards in the whole world. He was like,
light a candle.
Let me blow out the candle and light it again. We'll blow it out, light it again.
There were some really bad vibes at that welcome dinner.
Yeah.
The music, Dumbledore's speech, just everything. It might want to find an alternative placement, Harry.
Vibes are off. Vibes are off at Hogwarts.
The vibes are in shambles.
I just think that it would be really hard to work at Hogwarts, the wizard boarding school for teens, where it's like you have your regular teen hijinks and then add magic. What a terrible place to work.
And there's all these
no wonder they can't fill positions.
These horrible products that are aimed at children. Like, here, this will make you act like sound like a gorilla. This will make you sound like an elephant at full volume. Just like, why do we have to can we outlaw these things?
They definitely are.
Oh, this is bootleg?
Yeah, definitely.
Contraband? I guess right. When has outlawing substances ever prevented young people from ingesting them? What am I talking about? I would do drugs if drugs like did this stuff, though. This looks like fun.
This is also like a fun book because we get into all the different types of magic, these new types of magic like divination and care of magical creatures. It makes me think of when you have the chance to like specialize in something, which is fun to speculate about. Like, what would I do?
And
you know,
what
would you do?
When you were a child, what did you think?
I hate that you asked because I did think about it.
Of course you did.
We all know that we think we're going to do something cool, but eventually we know we're just going to do herbology. But I really wanted to do transfiguration because I wanted to be like Professor McGonagall.
You wish.
I know.
That's like saying you're going to
What
be
about
an
you?
astronaut when
What
you're
about
in
you?
kindergarten, you know? Well, I don't know. What do you think? I'm not a big enough Harry Potter head to really even know. What do you think? You know me really well and you know Harry Potter really well.
I think you would be charms. Like kind of useless.
Thanks, Kate.
No, but you know what I mean? Like fun, cool stuff, but like what is this doing?
I don't take offense to that at all. That's actually how I live my life. Fun, but kind of useless.
Emma Thompson having so much fun here. Look at her. So they're doing divination, right? Which is like predicting the future. And they're trying to read tea leaves. It's kind of like a send up of
psychics.
Like psychics and stuff. Hermione's just so visibly mad in the background, which I love.
So in divination class on the first day, Professor Trelawney might be like, you're gonna die. You have the death specter hanging over you. And you're just supposed to deal with that. It's not the grim look. He's pushing it around with his finger. It's a happy guy.
Here we're getting introduced to Hermione, trying to do it all, trying to have it all. Girl, I get it. She's like, yeah, I'm also taking ancient runes and I'm taking this. And they're like, wait, how many classes are you taking? Aren't those at the same time? We're going to find out. Hermione's destroying herself to become the strongest witch of her age.
It's good you read this at such a young age. Like luckily you hadn't gotten old enough to overload your schedule yet. Did this help you schedule in high school and college?
No, I absolutely overloaded myself. Not good. Now, this is a class I can get behind.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, your weird grad school time was kind of very Hermione in this movie, wasn't it?
It was.
Did Hermione only eat out of a rice cooker for 2 years?
Listen, it was inexpensive. Here's a class that I could really get into, though. Care of magical creatures.
Oh, yeah,
like
you
very
could do this.
Mildly to moderately dangerous, though, right? Like...
Well, yeah, you wanted to be a veterinarian as a small child, so I'm surprised this wasn't the one you went for as a child reader, you know?
Why would they schedule these two together? Who is doing the scheduling at Hogwarts? Which wizard school counselor is like, oh yeah, it's fine for Harry and Draco to be in the same classes at the same time. Like, why would you put them in the same section? Why would you do it?
Excellent point.
They literally they are always just about to fight every single class. They're squaring up right now.
Counterpoint, is it possible it's just like there's only one section of this class for the students of this age?
Perhaps, right? It's possible
Unfortunately.
that maybe like Hagrid
this-
teaches only one section
for
of
year
like
threes.
third year care of magical creatures.
Because I don't know if we ever figured it out, but like how big is a class? Is this everybody in year 3, you know?
But it also looks like it's only Slytherins and Gryffindors in there. Why would you put the Slytherins and the Gryffindors together? Put the Slytherins and the Hufflepuffs together,
Honestly,
for Christ's sake.
I think Dumbledore's like, it's exciting. They might fight. I love a good fight.
Perhaps. All right, so we're introduced to an animal here. It's a hippogriff, just a little guy.
Back to the fights for 1 second. Do you think when the wizards fight, they yell, Wizarding World Star?
Wizarding World Star, I hate you so much. All right, so there's this like terrifying beast that Hagrid's like, all right, it's day 1. Let's meet this thing that has claws, that has a huge beak and hooves and can fly. This thing will almost certainly kill you. Let's go pet it.
Pretty good looking hippogriff for 2004 CGI. Harry, you idiot, you absolute buffoon, you stepped on a twig. And check out Ron and Hermione having a little romance back there. Right, I guess this is evidence of Hagrid not having any training in teaching.
This is, yeah. He needs like a little bit more time.
Pedagogy.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, Harry, ride the hippogriff.
It's a hippogriff.
A what?
Hippogriff.
Hippogriff.
Griff. Griff.
G-R.
Like a griffin.
F-F.
Yeah.
Hippogriff.
I hate you so much. All right, he's like, yeah, go ride it. This is not safe. What do you think Hogwarts liability insurance is like? Oh, they're like everyone forgeticus that you got hurt at school.
Remember when Harry asked Uncle Vernon to sign that paper? I think it was a complete release of all liability.
Absolutely. I'm not saying that everyone should be an to Harry Potter, but like it is kind of annoying when it's like, oh, Harry Potter's here, a special boy. He's the one who gets to ride the hippogriff. Like he gets to go do all the cool, fun shit. And yes, does he have to battle an evil being? Sometimes.
I am so glad you're calling Harry Potter out for being a Mary Sue, because this is a great example of like sexism with this kind of stuff, right? Because it's like when what's her name in the new Star Wars movies is like kind of good at being a Jedi.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Oh, she did not earn it. She's just good at it. Why do they make this girl so good at it?" And
yeah, they wouldn't
Harry
say
Potter
that if he
is
was a
doing
man.
the exact same thing.
Exactly.
And they're like, "Well, his parents were good wizards."
They really weren't, though.
God, Malfoy's bowl cut. Hagrid reminding himself that he is, in fact, the teacher.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm the teacher. I'll do it.
I do like seeing Malfoy get gored by an animal, though.
It's
like, what a
pretty
thrill.
amazing, yeah.
If only every evil supremacist being would
I'd love
get...
to see J.K. Rowling get scratched a
Oh,
little bit by
absolutely.
a creature, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want her to die.
No, I just want her to get
Just want her to
slightly
get scratched. I want her to live as long as possible to watch the entire world, well, the worthwhile parts of the world turn on her.
I think they've given Ron like kind of an Arthur Weasley style haircut here. Like they just all go to the same wizard barber.
Well,
I think.
I don't think they go to a barber. I think Molly does it, right?
Yeah, probably.
Or the boys do it to each other. I don't know.
I think they just cut it with magic. Wouldn't you just do literally every single f***ing thing with magic?
I forgot their magic.
Tyler. Hermione just keeps turning up in class, but like she's just looking more and more ragged, and it just feels like a very special episode is happening, right?
I don't know if you'll remember this, but a very early Not-Stalgia was Saved by the Bell, and I believe we watched the episode where I'm not a Saved
What's
by
her
the Bell
name?
fan.
It's like
Jessie.
Kimmy or something, yeah.
Oh, yeah, where she was on caffeine pills.
Yeah.
And broke down singing "I'm So Excited."
Remus Lupin is a great teacher.
Yeah.
They have not had a good teacher in this position for a long time. One time it was a guy in a mysterious turban, and the turban was hiding Voldemort, right? Pretty bad.
Yeah, why'd that movie that came out in the wake of 9/11, which I know
Yeah,
was made before 9/11, have to increase people's anti-turban?
I know, anti-turban sentiment.
Prejudice.
I know.
Anyway, sorry, go on.
And one time it was Kenneth Branagh, also bad. Now we got like this nice sensitive guy in tweed. He doesn't yell at anybody. He's like really nice to Neville Longbottom, you know? It's refreshing.
Are you sure this was past tense, your book crush?
All right. Don't be rude.
I just feel like if the boggart is turning into often one of the other professors of this school, maybe they should include that
Investigate.
information in his evaluation.
Yeah.
Wow, Ron's greatest fear is spiders, and he had to face down giant spiders just one movie ago, right? Or was that 2 movies ago? When was the big spiders? Like, this is all well and good, but isn't this thing going to turn into like an abusive family member for one
maybe.
kid and reveal their secrets and traumas?
That's why we need wizard school counselors. Maybe we don't have Harry Potter participate in this one.
Right? They should do the ACEs survey before they...
Oh, absolutely.
If the boggart can turn into a Dementor, can the boggart kill you?
I don't think so.
Why else would he intervene, you know?
Maybe he just understands that Harry has like fresh trauma.
Oh, Maggie Smith has entered the movie. It took like 40 minutes.
No, she was in the first scene in Hogwarts from the banquet where the vibes are off, but we didn't mention her.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to a true queen, Dame Maggie Smith. Absolutely super old looking here in 2004. Like, God bless her.
Died 20 years
Jesus
later.
Christ. Because they're third years, now they get to like go off campus, go to Hogsmeade.
Yeah, the world is expanding.
You had to get a permission slip from your parents or guardians to go to Hogsmeade Village.
Oh no, but that's what he was trying to get signed that day that he blew up the Trunchbull. Harry, just forge it.
I just love Maggie Smith, all iterations of Maggie Smith, but just Maggie Smith's boundaries here, where she's like, you know what? It's not appropriate for me to sign your permission form. That is it. Like, go back inside.
Go talk to Hagrid. He has no boundaries, Harry. He'll sign it.
Oh, good God. Oh, here's Harry Potter, a kid who is always at school bothering a teacher. Please, just let Remus Lupin, like, sit in his office. Don't go in there.
The older I get and watch this now, it's like, it really wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, absolutely. It was like 10 years.
About.
There's just always something dangerous happening at this school. I'm just saying.
Did, not my choice of words, J.K. Rowling's The Fat Lady is Missing. Is this, remember Devious Licks?
Yes.
Did a kid steal this for clout, for the gram? What do kids do? I was very confused by the name Sirius when I read this. I was like, that's not a name.
Did you know about the dog star?
Who?
Sirius, the name of the star. It's called the Dog Star. You were just an ignorant young boy.
Sirius XM. That's why that's called that. Sirius Radio, because it's in space. It's
That's
a satellite, right? I assume.
Man, they're really locking this school down. Big doors, lots of bars.
Oh, Dumbledore went on the announcements that said lockdown 3 times.
See, look, they had all these Dementors outside, and Sirius Black still got into school. I'm just saying, do not arm teachers. Why is Snape always so intense? Like, he's just wound so tight all the time. When does he take a minute? When does he take a minute to rest?
His blood pressure must be so high.
Well, Snape is covering a class that he didn't ask to cover, probably.
Yeah, in his defense.
He's covering Defense Against the Dark Arts because Professor Lupin seems to be indisposed.
And you know they like just took him out of his own prep and aren't paying him for this coverage.
Oh, definitely.
It's just a shame. This subplan is terrible. They're doing hands-on activities with Lupin, and then Snape walks in, and his opening activity, his anticipatory set is turn to page 394.
So now we're learning about werewolves. Fascinating.
Like, look, I know all the twists in this movie. It feels kind of obvious watching it now, but as a child, or whatever I was, a preteen, a teen, I don't think I saw it coming. Oh, your professor's not here for a mysterious reason. Let's learn about werewolves.
Snape's like, all right, here's your homework. You're going to write an essay about the werewolf, particularly about how to recognize one. Perhaps there is one that used to be in this room.
I know it's bullying activity, but I really like this drawing that
Like an
Malfoy
animation,
did.
yeah.
But it's animated of Harry Potter getting hit in the head and playing Quidditch. It's like a great form of wizard bullying. Very creative.
You love wizard bullying.
I mean, just like go be an animator, Draco. Like,
this is not a safe school sport, but we let kids play football, so.
yeah, but they're playing it in an active thunder and lightning storm. It was bad enough. You know, the Quidditch coach is like, this will toughen them up. It's fine.
Harry's flying directly into a thundercloud. Why? Harry Potter and an act of dumbassery. Yet again.
To be fair, he is being, in his defense, he's been
This kid just
instructed-
got struck by lightning.
Yeah, but like
his opponent
Harry
got
Potter
struck by
is a
lightning.
child. There are adults around encouraging them to do this, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
Everybody's being a dumbass here. The whole school.
Harry Potter's now having visual hallucinations in addition to his auditory hallucinations of women screaming. He's now seeing clouds that look like evil dogs.
Interesting that one of these guys is a dog and one is a wolf. So similar. Related, really.
Now, Harry Potter is being pursued by these evil Dementors, supposed to be keeping children safe, instead victimizing kids. I'm just saying.
This isn't good. I'm not thrilled with the decisions of any of the administrators or teachers in this school right now.
You gotta write a strongly worded Facebook post. Harry Potter is literally falling out of the sky. Harry Potter just awakening from passing out after nearly having his soul sucked out of his body. His first act of consciousness is to roast Ron.
Kate, that's what male friendships, especially at this age, are all about.
Good God. Harry is talking with Remus Lupin, and Remus Lupin's like, yeah, maybe I should teach you the spell to like repel the Dementors, but after the holidays, I need to rest. I respect that. Couldn't they just email Uncle Vernon and Aunt Petunia and get like an email permission? Send an owl, perhaps?
I don't think he'll sign it no matter what.
Perhaps not.
He doesn't want to do something that will give Harry joy.
All right, so Harry Potter is trying to sneak into Hogsmeade. Not appropriate, but I do understand. He's 14. His brain is not fully developed. I actually do love Fred and George. I have a real soft spot for them. They're so bad. And they have just given Harry the evil, weird map that shows where everyone in the castle is at all times.
Like, you just know someone has used this for absolutely nefarious purposes.
Absolutely.
But also, like, in the wrong hands, you could just, like, commit murder. Back to wizard capitalism. I get the impression that none of these are major corporations. Every place we've ever been seems to be a mom and pop small business.
That's true. There's no, like, wizard Amazon.
Right. I mean, maybe there is now. Doesn't this take place in, like, a little earlier than when the books came out?
Man, Ron and Hermione are out here in Hogsmeade, basically on a date, you know?
Ron doesn't know what to do.
They're staring at this shack together. Weird. Also, Harry Potter is in his invisibility cloak and he's like attacking Malfoy and his cronies. Why would you not beat the out of Malfoy? Right? Like,
You think he's going easy on him here?
yeah. Why are we attacking his cronies?
It's like throwing a snowball at him.
Why wouldn't we use this
You
as an
should beat him
opportunity
within
to
an
just
inch of his life.
absolutely rearrange Draco Malfoy's face?
Stick your thumbs in his eyes. I know we previously had watched these for Christmas, and we made the decision last time to just switch it to the dead of winter. But look how cozy and Christmassy this is, Hogsmeade in the snow.
Okay, so we're getting a lot of exposition that Harry Potter's parents went into hiding, right? When they knew that Voldemort was coming for them. Mm-hmm. And Sirius Black is someone who knew their location. So we're imagining that Sirius Black gave that location up. What is sticking out to me here is how much Maggie Smith loves a piece of hot goss. Look at how joyful she is relating that Harry Potter's parents were given up, were killed by their close family friend. She is just reveling
Gleeful.
in it. She's in her glory. I love it. Here's Harry Potter. He's going to go cry by himself in the woods.
Alfonso really loves to zoom in on these branches.
He's just really likes to show the passage of time through nature. Don't let your professor, who you seem to have weird boundaries with, teach you something very advanced. Just don't. You should teach the whole class this. The Dementors are all over Hogwarts. What form would your Patronus
I was
take?
going to ask you the same thing.
Oh, really?
I think mine would be a little bison.
Oh, that would be really cute,
What's yours
actually.
Oh, yours would be a rock hyrax.
Absolutely. And it would just be the size of a regular rock hyrax. And that's how it would work. Yours would be like a nice big buffalo. I think that would be really cool.
You're going to do your rock hyrax impression that you charm me with every day at home?
Yeah, it does. It's wah-wah.
What about when it's happy? So wait, when it's startled, what does it do? Yeah, then once again when it's happy. Okay, and how about Truman Capote?
Don't even. I guess this movie really is about puberty. Just keeps feeding him chocolate.
He does not remember this.
He was just a baby.
You don't have memories from when you're a baby.
He's a special boy. He's a Mary Sue.
Even the term Mary Sue is sexist, huh? What's a male Mary Sue?
A Murray Seth.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, no. I'm funny.
Well done, Kate.
We have a whole podcast predicated on the fact that I'm funny.
What is Hermione's sweater? What's on there? Griffins?
The amount of like wacky jumpers in this movie is just absolutely delightful. So much weird knitwear in this movie, and I love it.
I love Hermione's cat. It's got that squished face.
It's a Persian cat, Tyler.
What is Hagrid wearing?
It's a suit.
Katie, the texture of that looks like his head hair.
He had to testify in court.
What is that made of?
It's hair. Hairy suit.
Tie. Buckbeak went to jail.
He's been sentenced to death. I guess all the professors have different duties, right, to keep the school running because it is essentially a boarding school. But like, I always feel like Snape is like, I'll patrol the hallways late at night to scare people. Like, just, I don't know. I know he ends up being like a good guy,
Spoilers.
but just a weirdo. You can be good and weird, you know? Alan Rickman is literally always acting his butt off. Like, doesn't matter what movie, what scene, he's just always giving his all. I just love that they let Emma Thompson go absolutely buck wild here. I just don't like how often they call Hermione crazy. Just doesn't sit right with me. She's a really hardworking kid, trying to be the best. There's a lot of discrimination.
But you also don't like the term mental.
No. Professor Trelawney is having some kind of episode right? Where
horrific possession.
it appears that every once in a while she gets like a true prophecy, right? Like a true vision of something that is going to happen. And she just like absolutely becomes feral and like rasps out a prophecy of like, everyone will die. And then just back to normal. Just never forget that they're essentially pointing guns at each other.
Yeah, here's Hermione holding her wand under Draco's neck.
And like he knows that she could him up for the rest of his life. Like she's a really good witch.
She just punched him in the face. That was awesome. There's not enough fist fights at Hogwarts.
Someone's got to maybe check in on Hermione, though. She might be unraveling a little bit. Let's not forget, she's having to travel through time to take all the classes that she wants to take.
We don't know that yet.
She's stretched thin. I just like that Rupert Grint gets to hold a rat this whole movie. And it looks like a real rat. Harry trying to get in on this.
Yeah, Hermione, overcome with grief, watching Buckbeak get executed, gives Ron a real big hold. And then Harry just awkwardly puts his hand on her, too.
There's a lot going on here. Ron's being taken by an enormous black dog. Just absolutely huge. And he's just been just abducted.
He's gone.
He's been dragged into the root system of this evil
willow? What is
tree.
This? They're getting beat up by a tree. Oh my God. They're just getting absolutely wrecked by this thing. I guess, true to its name, they're getting whomped.
It's a really dangerous school.
I think they've all been warned many times about the Whomping Willow.
These kids, they never listen. All right, so they've been deposited into some kind of underground tunnel underneath this sentient tree. All right, Gary Oldman's here. Wow. Harry always forgets that he's a wizard and tries to choke people out. Sirius Black looks really grimy here. He just is really dirty.
I just think I'd be very upset if I were any of the Weasleys and found out that this rat that's been living in our house was just a man.
Just like has been snuggling with you while you sleep. Kind of weird. Eating little morsels out of your hand.
Yeah.
Just a man. Man, this is like the worst 20-year reunion I've ever been to. Snape's here with Remus Lupin and Sirius Black. They all hate each other. Well, it's two against one. They've really got a lot to work through. Also, Harry Potter just absolutely laid his teacher out. Come on, Harry.
Kill this man.
Just let them execute this absolute piece of filth. Come on, man. Also, you know he can transform into a rat, like a tiny little rat. Like, I know that their whole educational experience is about suspending their disbelief, right? But like, this is a lot to absorb. Your beloved childhood rat, your family pet has been turned into a man. The guy that you thought was coming to kill you is actually your godfather and is one of the good guys. Your teacher is a werewolf.
I like Sirius Black's prison tattoos that he's covered in.
Sirius Black, fresh from prison, still carrying like several felony charges. It's like, hey, do you want to come live with me? A known felon. Uh-oh, look out. It's moon time. It's morphin' time.
This is horrific.
So in this highly chaotic situation, also every time he's just nude. All right, so a highly chaotic situation is occurring. Remus Lupin has seen the moon and is now transforming into a werewolf. And his best friend, recently escaped from prison, is like holding him and being like, Remus, no.
Affirmations.
You know your heart in your chest. Your flesh is only flesh. Like, you can beat this. We'll do it together. I love you. And everyone's ripping their clothes off. You got Peter Pettigrew turning back into a rat. It's a lot. There's a lot going on.
All the transformations were like kind of scary.
Very scary.
Lupin's werewolf form is like kind of cute, but
kind of.
The transforming part where it seemed like painful and monstrous.
Now Sirius Black has turned back into a dog and is going to fight the werewolf.
This is incredible.
There's so much going on right now. This is a lot to deal with. Now you got your godfather fighting your professor. Hogwarts is the most white trash place to ever exist.
As a not huge Harry Potter fan, I have to say I'm a little confused by the animagus versus werewolf.
Tyler, did you not listen to the essay that Professor Snape just assigned?
All the rest of these animal people can just transform at will.
Yes.
Maybe they need their wand, as we saw Peter Pettigrew, but Lupin
has no choice, and he also doesn't remember who he is when he transforms. Tyler, there's literally so much exposition about this in the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom when Snape is covering the class.
Was
Tyler.
And Harry's dad was a magus too? What animal did he turn into? Oh, the one we're going to see later. He was the deer.
Good job, baby.
But when they were running around Hogwarts when they were young in their animal forms, Lupin he was also their best friend.
Yeah.
But he couldn't transform at will.
No.
So they were all animals and he was a man.
Yes.
And then he would turn into a werewolf at the full moon and they'd all try to keep him safe.
Yes.
I don't get it.
Would you not do that for one of your friends? God.
Can anyone become a magus?
An animagus?
Yeah.
I think so. You just have to really study.
Animorphs. This is very derivative of Animorphs, I must say.
You're an Animorph.
So anyone can become one. Why would you pick a rat as your form?
Well, it could be useful, right? Do you need to get into like a tight area? Do you need to go somewhere unnoticed or unseen, right? Like everyone's going to see a big black dog, right? Or a deer.
You're right.
You know?
Valid.
It's just going from bad to worse. HP's going to have to save the day. And like every time, he almost does not, because he's not like a particularly great wizard. Just letting him suck your godfather's soul right out, huh? There it is.
That's his soul. That little ball that's floating out of his mouth.
Tiny ball. Try to cram it back in.
Dementors are good.
No.
They protect everyone.
No. Are prison guards good?
Well, okay, yeah, you're right.
No.
ADAB.
That's right.
But I mean, Dumbledore has hired them.
No, the Ministry of Magic said that they had to be there.
Okay, Dumbledore doesn't like it.
Don't trust the government. What have we learned? Magical or otherwise. The government can my
Just been a bad night all around. Even if that little silver deer did save everyone.
You can't let Ron, who has severe ADHD, recount this entire thing to Professor Dumbledore. Time is of the essence. He's like, oh, I once had a rat, but it was a man. And then they gave my brother an owl. And then I got the rat. And then the rat was a man.
Oh, they killed Sirius while you were telling that story, Ron.
They're like, Dumbledore, please help. Right? Like, you have to help save my godfather. And all of a sudden, Dumbledore's like, mysterious thing time. You know the laws, Miss Granger. Here's where Sirius Black is. Goodbye! And he runs away. Dumbledore is so chaotic. He's like, instead of me intervening to save an innocent man, how about you guys travel back through time? And he's like, just turn it 3 times.
You got this.
Get out of here, you crazy kids. All right, so here's Hermione about to travel through time with Harry Potter. Save the f***ing day yet again. God, we all rely so much on the emotional and physical labor of women. I'm just saying.
Hermione is really expecting Harry to understand a lot by not explaining any of this to him.
Now they're going to go up the Ministry's plans to kill Buckbeak the Hippogriff.
Undo a death? So did Buckbeak die and now is going to...
Yeah, he straight up died.
What's Buckbeak's experience of this like?
I remember crying when I read that in the book. I was so sad.
Were you happy when they saved him with time travel shenanigans?
Yeah, I really was. And I deeply wanted a time turner.
Of course you did. You still do, I bet. Or do you have a healthier relationship with
I have a healthier relationship with work, but maybe I could, I don't know, use it to extend my fun time. Also, I just love that they're like, Professor McGonagall, who has given Hermione this time turner, is like, awful things happen when you meddle with time, Hermione. You may die. You may go mad. And then it's like, okay, enjoy your lessons. What the f***? It just seems irresponsible to give it to a little girl and be like, all right.
Yeah, but it seems like, someone gave McGonagall one. I'm sure when she was a little wizard girl.
In a proud tradition of young witches overextending themselves in the pursuit of knowledge.
Even in the wizarding world, if a woman wants to have the same success as a man, it seems like they have to work twice as hard.
In my wizarding world, women don't have to do this.
Unfortunately, this is J.K. Rowling's wizarding world.
Oh, you, J.K. Transphobe. Bigot. All right, so here they are about to change the past. Who knows what they're going to up later, Because Harry Potter did this, his kid's going to be born with like 6 fingers. Dumbledore's like, hey, can someone pour me a large glass of brandy, please? It's 7:30 on a Thursday. All right, so now having saved Buckbeak the Hippogriff, they're like, all right, time to go save a man. I mean, like, it's great that Harry can live with his godfather, but perhaps we should perform a background check. Sirius didn't murder his parents, but I don't know, man. Just like an absolute stranger who's like, come live with me. I don't know. Just a lot of peril here. Lots of peril.
Are you more interested in just seeing Hermione's day journal that shows how she goes to these classes, which ones she time turns?
Yeah, actually. Year 3, my teacher was a werewolf.
It's a really weird looking werewolf. I can't get over it.
It's pretty scary.
It's like the Cloverfield monster.
It looks kind of like a bear with mange a little bit,
Yeah.
like a fox with mange.
It's not your dad, Harry. It's you.
Harry, quit waiting for Superman. Superman is not coming.
You're the dad.
Harry Potter was his own father.
So Harry Potter saw himself across the lake and was like, I think that's my dad.
So like, where do the copies of themselves go?
Well, the two of them, they're almost caught up to when they went back, right?
I know.
Won't they go back then, and that's that? A nice, tidy little loop?
They got Sirius Black, their malnourished godfather. Got him out. Broke him out. Prison break. Sirius Black's tattooed the entirety of Hogwarts Castle on his body.
And it would be like the Marauder's map, the tattoo,
Yeah.
It would have like little animations.
Harry Potter and the disappointment in all of his father figures.
Yeah, wait. So Sirius Black a minute ago was like, come live with me. And now Harry's like, I'm going to come live with you. And he's like, oh no, Harry, I'm much too flaky for that.
He's like, my life is too unpredictable to care for a child. And true.
It's good.
He's got to get his teeth fixed, eat a ribeye.
I guess he meant like you could spend a summer with me sometime when he offered that earlier. He was like, not right now. Like, certainly not.
It makes sense that Sirius Black would ride off on Buckbeak, two wanted criminals, Like they got to keep each other safe. They're like Bonnie and Clyde, like Thelma and Louise. Off into the night.
I love Dumbledore.
Dumbledore is so cryptic and I adore it.
Don't worry about it, Ron.
Now they're gaslighting Ron, which I think is hilarious. I love the
Ron?
idea of gaslighting a man.
We didn't disappear. What are you talking about? They picked it up from Dumbledore with his weird stuff in the hallway just now.
Weird behavior on the part of their headmaster. Just weird behavior.
We did it, Dumbledore. Did what? And then just a weird wave with all his rings jingling.
What a wild little dude. Sirius don't have no money.
Yeah, how did he buy this fancy broom? He
No.
probably stole it.
He's got generational wealth. We know
Sirius
this.
Black does?
Yeah, he's a Black. Get it together, Tyler.
I don't know enough about the...
Total Godfather move, too, though, to be like, I bought you the fastest broom in the world with no instructions.
Good luck, buddy.
Bye.
Is that the end of the movie?
Yep.
Weird. That school year did not really, end...
There wasn't a lot of progression through the school year. We didn't get like a Christmas
There was a Christmas
experience.
scene in, what's the town?
Hogsmeade.
In Hogsmeade. See, I'm not enough of a Harry Potter head.
Just disgusting.
But, yeah, no, they didn't really show like nobody went home for Christmas in what we saw. We didn't see any tests. What are those called? The owls. Mm-hmm. It just kind of ended. Harry got his little broom. His teacher quit, but I guess it's the end of the year. I don't know.
Mysterious thing, time. Powerful, and when meddled with, dangerous. Sirius Black is in the topmost cell of the Dark Tower. You know the laws, Miss Granger. You must not be seen, and you would do well, I feel, to return before this last chime. If not, the consequences are too ghastly to discuss. If you succeed tonight, more than one innocent life may be spared. 3 turns should do it, I think. Oh, by the way, when in doubt, I find retracing my steps to be a wise place to begin. Good luck.
What the bloody hell was that all about?
Well, how do you feel?
How do you feel, Kate? You're the Harry Potter. You're the Potterhead.
I remember growing up really liking this book. I don't know if I was just like the perfect age. You know what I mean? Like, was I the perfect age to experience it? I was maybe like 9, and this was like a really big, a large book for a 9-year-old, and I read it like really quickly. I remember that being like really excited about it.
Self-satisfied by you.
Yeah. I don't remember this movie quite as much. There's just a lot of elements. Right? There's a lot of elements to keep track of. There's the time travel piece, just a lot to keep track of, and I don't want to. You know what I mean?
What, in the movie?
Yeah. I mean, this is like I feel like where the series starts to take like a more grown up turn, which is always interesting in like a kid franchise. I feel like Alfonso Cuarón made some definite editorial choices. I think the tone of the movie was nice. Like the darkness was cool. It was a physically darker movie than the others. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, a good time travel plot, I feel like always blows kids' minds. Like, you must have loved that.
Yes.
Because you're like, whoa, what? Like, it's just like absolutely stunning. Watching it now, I kind of miss them being younger and it being...
Like the stakes were a little bit lower, Voldemort doesn't show up.
Yeah, no Voldemort here. The kids basically live in Hogwarts is like a prison state surrounded by Dementors this whole time. I don't really have strong feelings about this one. It's not as cozy to me as those first 2 were.
No, I don't think so.
Which, like you say, they're transitioning here. I don't know. I'm curious to see the 4th one to see if I like it more or less than this.
I remember both for the book and the movie being so hype for the 4th one. And we'll talk about it when we get there. But I was pretty hyped out of my mind.
And that's the big one too. That's where it gets like it's like enormous. I remember that when I read these as a kid and I read 1, 2, and 3 finally, I was like, I can't read 4. I can't do it. And it took me years to ever go back and actually finish the series because I just got so intimidated by it as a kid and for some reason didn't revisit it as a teenager. But so this was my start and stopping point as a kid. Do you like this as a movie now as an adult? Did you like this more than the previous two, having watched them relatively recently?
I think this is, on paper, objectively, a better movie than the other two. But it just doesn't feel as cozy.
Yeah, on one hand, I keep thinking it's like, I kind of miss the like sort of, for lack of a better word, like magical sort of discovery element of these movies where it's like he's getting used to this world because obviously that works for us as the viewer, you know.
Sure.
But then on the other hand, it is nice that we don't waste any time with that here. It's just like everyone agrees these are things that happen in this world, so you can do weirder and weirder stuff.
That's true.
I don't know. I kind of have mixed thoughts here. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but...
I think the grown-ups turn in a really good performance.
Yeah.
All the grown-ups really seem like they're having a great time. And I have to say the trio, right, our trio of children turn in a pretty solid performance, I would say.
They're turning into good little actors, I think, here. I think we covered it.
Good for us.
Ready to wrap it up?
Yeah. Here's how we're going to wrap it up. Turf, J.K. Rowling, off. And if you don't think that trans people belong in the wizarding world or the regular world, you can stop listening to this podcast. Yeah. You're not welcome. And I don't like you.
I'll say it again. Fix your heart or die. And, you know, it really makes me wonder what David Lynch's version of...
I would love a David Lynch Harry Potter. Like. I would love David Lynch Harry Potter. If I had a time turner, I would go back and make David Lynch Harry Potter. That's what I would do.
He wouldn't make it, Kate. He turned down Star Wars because he wanted to do his own thing.
I would be like, listen, David, you can do whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Goodbye.
Turn to page 394.
The teachers.
Into the future.
The creatures. The frights mind your head. The fights.
You foul little cockroach.
On June 4th, the third year is here. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Rated PG. Starts Friday, June 4th.